Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Dr. Crypto here, and in this video I want to talk about Bitcoin, the crypto market, and Crypto.com CRO token as well. But before I get into that, smash that thumbs up, give subscribe. You know, your support is always much appreciated. And all I'm going to say now is thank God it's here. This election, it's just been going on and on and on. It just feels like it's it feels like it's just been going on for a long time. I'm just glad it's here. America will be today voting for who they want to be their next president. Will it be Donald Trump? Will it be Kamala Harris? Well, I guess tomorrow, UK time tomorrow, we will find out who is going to be the president, unless it's contested. If it's contested, it might take a little bit longer, but hopefully that is not going to be the case. I think it is fairly tightly who's going to win. I think it's getting very close to a 50-50. I know we've got Polymarket and some other kind of polls which are saying very different things. We've got to take them with a pinch of salt, in my opinion. But if Donald Trump wins, I don't know, are we going to go sideways and pump? If Kamala wins, are we going to sort of pull back and then reaccumulate and pump up to the upside? Because we know Donald Trump at the moment, he's sort of been endorsing Bitcoin, and we know he's got his own crypto tokens. So in terms of regulatory, I think it's going to be better for crypto space. But Kamala Harris has taken a different stance to what Joe Biden has, and that. So whatever, I think overall, take away the election, I think a lot of things are very positive for the crypto industry. A lot of adoption is happening. We've got these ETFs now. We've got countries who are adopting crypto and Bitcoin, and people could do as payments now. I think a lot of things. When we know we're UK, we've got pension funds now starting to get into it. So overall, I think whatever happens today, I think it's bullish, whatever happens for crypto. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts and opinions are. But we can see here on Mario has come out here, and I know I just said about, the poly market, but I just want to point out here to him, Trump odds of winning surges as Kamala falls, with over 3.2 billion staked on the outcome of the election on Polymarket, an online betting platform. Trump is the favorite to win. Now, what we do know is, it's obviously Pennsylvania is a it's a key state. It's a swing state. It's very, very key. If he takes Pennsylvania, does that mean it's pretty much in the bag for him? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but Pennsylvania everybody is watching with very keen eyes. But also, we know if you want to follow, also to check on up-to-date information, it's worth coming to Bloomberg. Go to bloomberg.com/graphics/2024 US election results. As it goes live, this will give you which state that Donald Trump's won or Kamala's won, what are closed, what's not closed, time zone borders. It gives you everything up to date on here. So if you want to keep up with the elections, it's worth just checking out. I'll be watching this very, very carefully. But overall, looking at Bitcoin and the crypto space at the moment, on the 24-hour here, we've got 49.21%, which are long, and currently 50.79%, which are short. We've got here what Quentin says here. Bitcoin ETFs had the second largest outflow in history. We can see it on the charts here. But looking at the Bitcoin, yes, we've seen a lot of the ETFs outflows. But guess what? We've got BlackRock has had inflows of 38.4. So as BlackRock's been having inflows, the rest have been having outflows. It's the largest one, 5. But if you got a lower previously, the 890 million, 870 million, 479 million, 402, we've had a lot of inflows. And this is the biggest one so far of outflows. But people are positioning themselves, because at the end of the day, they don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to be a Kamala or it's going to be Donald Trump. So everybody is positioning themselves ready. But Miles is quite rightly here pointed out, there is an absolute no need to panic right now. If you have a mid-long term horizon, as most of you likely do, sit back, chill, and there are buying opportunities in the midst of the ETH outcome. Take advantage. We know the destination, and he's right. The destination is overall up. Short term, volatility to the downside, up to the upside. You know, maybe these dips are opportunities. Nothing I say on here is financial, of course. You always do your own research and don't listen, rely on what I'm saying. You always do your own research. But look at the Bitcoin at the moment on the daily. We can see here, we've just been on this upward trend again. We did come back down, but we keep on hitting areas of support. We've come back down to here again. Now, are we going to make our way back to the upside? But on the daily, the trend is up, but with the higher highs as well. And we just keep testing this trend line, which is going up. And when you zoom out even further, we're in this massive bull flag, you know, high lows, lower lows, and then we're coming back up here to higher highs and higher lows again. So obviously we've been coming down here, creating this massive bull flag, which is going to potentially could take us well up to that $200,000 mark. But if we have a look on the weekly, and I keep saying this on most videos, looking on the weekly, we've created a 3-year cup and handle. And like I said, I think if Donald Trump comes in, this is going to be a good catalyst, I think, personally, to make a big boost to the upside and actually get us up to that 80K target, to that 100K as well. Because we know what happens when we get these bull flags, big breakouts to the upside. And again, this is taking us all the way up to that, close to that $200,000 mark. You know, so like I said, it's just like Miles said, you know, look on the short term, you know, it's going to be volatile to the up and downside. But when you zoom out, look mid to long term, the trajectory is to the upside. It's very interesting times ahead over this next hours ahead of us. Tomorrow morning is going to be, well, obviously we're going to know who's going to win, hopefully, unless it gets contested. If you know, maybe if Donald Trump wins, it might get contested by Harris or vice versa. I hope it doesn't. I really don't want that to see that happen, because that could bring uncertainty to the market, not just crypto, but the stock markets as well, and could easily tank the market, to be honest with you. But I think if Kamala Harris gets in, I do think, you know, on the short term, if you really, really want to look at the short term, I think it's going, as it's been coming down here, I think if Kamala comes down, we're obviously going to come back down. Will we test this region here at 68,000 or come back down to 67,000 and then make our way back up? So like I said, its volatility is incoming. So let's have a quick check on see how CRO's doing at the moment. So just checking out CRO Crypto.com's native token at the moment. We're still sitting at a position at 41 at the moment, but it's extremely tight between the top 40 and high 30s as well, because in terms of market cap, everything is very, very close. But looking at CRO at the moment, the volume is, you know, it's average at the moment, around about 5.35 million, we're sort of down by 4.22%. Market cap is just shy of 2 billion. We're sort of up by 0.08%. Bullishness to bearishness hasn't really changed at all. And I'm thinking, well, you know, obviously everybody is just waiting to see what happens today with the election. But Chris who's the CEO of Crypto.com, is quite rightly put out here, this is the most consequential election of our time. And it's a very, very close election as well. It's near, in my opinion, near a 50-50 here. It will, after the course of history, not only for the United States, but indeed the entire world. So this is extremely important, and that is why the whole world is watching, not just crypto space, but the whole world is watching what is going to happen today. Is going to be very significant indeed. So that's why the volatility is going to be there. But we can look at the CRO on the daily, the Bitcoin chart, the Bitcoin pairing. It's not looking great. None of the altcoins are looking great at the moment against the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance just keeps on rising, and CRO keeps on bleeding. And, you know, it's every altcoin as well. We could go to ADA as well, bleeding. We could go to SHIB. It's been bleeding. A bit of a pump there, but overall, still been bleeding. But yeah, I think that's just all of it. Really, majority of the altcoins. We might get some outliers, but majority of them are. But when we look at the Bitcoin dominance, it keeps on rising. We're sitting at now 60.47, and that's why we're getting that big bleed off. But at the moment, we have got the altcoin reckoning, which is happening right now in front of our eyes. At some point, it will break down. We're going above this rising wedge. And obviously, we need to update that rising wedge just a little touch here. because it's been going up and up and up. And I said it could get to 61, it could get to 64%, and then come back down. But at the moment, I think I don't know if you've been following Benjamin Cowell, but he's been saying he reckons around about December time that we could end up coming back down. Until then, it is the reckoning. But whatever happens in the coming hours, days, if we get a big pump, obviously it will drag up the market in total for if Bitcoin pumps. But overall, looking at CRO as well, at the USD, we've been on that falling wedge here. We keep on it in this area of support here. I think if we get a rally to the upside, obviously, we're going to move out. But if we look on the weekly for CRO, and I've mentioned this on previous videos, if we reset this here, look on previous videos, falling wedges, break out to the upside. Falling wedge, break out to the upside. And I'm expecting at some point we will get that relief rally to the upside. But it's all about being patient with CRO. It's being patient with the altcoins as well. It's just, it's all about being patient. And that's always all it is. You get a lot of people I know in CRO being frustrated, have been getting shaken out. But overall, I keep on buying CRO purely because, the Cronos ecosystem is young, and also what crypto.com are doing as well in terms of fundamentals. I think altcoin season will come along. As people are getting shaken out, I think at some point it will turn, and that's when we'll get that big pump up to the upside. So give us a like and give us a subscribe. All your support is always much appreciated. It actually costs you nothing, and I'll see you soon in the next video. But be careful out there. If you're leverage trading, take care out there and be very, very careful. Volatility's there, and I'll see you soon in the next video.